Thank every single one of you for being here tonight. It's been 2 years since we've all been in a room together, and we get to see each other smile and face. So thank you for making time. Everyone here has at least 3 other places they could be, and probably people who wish they were at those other places. So thank you so much for being here. Special friends and other people have come here to help us, and what we're going to do is keep the speeches as short as possible. Couple hours of PowerPoint up here on the screen. It won't be bad at all. I'll read you everyone's names, everything they did during the year. Does that sound good? Okay. Or would you like to eat Italian food and go back to the bar pretty quickly? Bonus. We will do that. So we're going to get seated here in a moment. We are going to begin this evening first with Father Oriel from St. Patrick's Parish here in Elkhorn. Just so you know, the incoming president, Rick Giesland, lives here in Elkhorn, the Christmas card town, and we were going to do some kind of down-home Christmas stuff this evening. Father Oriel's going to start us, and then we have 2 students that I believe are brother and sister from Elkhorn Area High School that are going to help us out too. So Father Oriel.
Let us bow our heads and call for God's presence, a God whom we name Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Loving God, we honor you and we worship you. We are grateful for everything that has come our way. As real estate agents, we thank you for providing us with good clients, good friends, good people around us. We thank you for all our many talents in helping people buy or sell homes, office buildings, industrial properties, or corporation farmland. You have given us skills and wisdom. Provide us with the knowledge to successfully sell or buy real estate. Loving God, prepare each property we sell or buy so that it may become a home for the future owners. We ask that you help all the real estate agents gathered here today to build confidence in themselves, extend their patience, and provide them with good strength so that they may be successful in selling or buying real estate. We offer you all our goals and our plans in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
As we bless the food, as we say, God bless the food before us, the people around us, and the love between us. Amen.
Amen.
God bless you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much. Their teacher from Elkhorn Area High School is here. We'll learn a little more about them, how we may be able to express our thanks. We'll follow up with email. Thank you very much for being here this evening. I'm going to ask Eric from Twin Oaks Shelter for the Homeless to come up. And I'm going to ask Eric on his web, have you seen the table out there? I'm pretty excited. We asked what could we do for Twin Oaks this year, and they said laundry supplies, laundry pods, and fabric softener. Someone said, why not bottles and boxes? I said, because have you ever seen how much storage room they have? They need it to be probably pretty compact, but they appreciate everything we do. I know some of you have slipped cash or check into those little buckets for them. Eric will take that back to those people that are in transitional housing, and I'm not going to take his thunder, so I'll let him speak for a minute.
You're doing a terrific job so far. So Yeah, thank you, Denise, and thank you to everyone tonight. I so much appreciate the opportunity here to just express our gratitude for not only the support that she already shared with the Loads of Love donations out there in the lobby tonight, as I'm sure we can all appreciate here in the room. Sometimes those simplest things mean the most to the people that we serve day in and day out, and so I'm very confident that those wonderful gifts tonight will mean a lot to some families here as we go through the holiday season, and to even more that we will serve in the new year. So, obviously beyond that, I know that so many of you individually in this room and your firms and the Realtors Association have been very, very strong supporters of us for many, many years. Believe it or not, we've been running the Twin Oaks Shelter, our organization at least. It'll be 30 years next year already, so a long time of service. And as I'm also sure many of you have probably seen in some of the local newspapers here recently, we are embarking very, very shortly on a big project as we look to the future of how Twin Oaks can continue to serve even more families in this area. So thanks again for all of the support for these last several decades. I look forward to meeting with and working with so many more of you as we move on to the next exciting phase in the future. Thanks again.
Thank you, Eric. The shelter manager was here as well. He's really not into public speaking, so thank you for all you do and being on site and taking care of those people and helping them get back on their feet. We appreciate you as well. We'll see you in August for the golf outing, and we'll help raise some more money then, okay? At this time, the staff from Sperino's is going to dismiss you by table so we can be orderly. As that happens, go ahead, Kristen, and get started. Why don't we keep things moving a little bit while you get your food and sit so that we get out of here on time this evening. I want to thank everyone who sponsored a table. I did not track you by seat today, as you noticed. I don't know who's at what seats. I don't know who's here because there's one of me. So thank you for being flexible. Those of you that sponsored tables, we just have a little thank you. Rick, can you help me with that, please? And somebody else, can you jump up and help too, please? When I say these names, if these people stand up, we just have a little something to say thanks. I don't know how many are here.
Okay.
Don Shea from At Properties, please stand when we say your name. Anna Bradshaw's not here today, so I'm not sure who I'm going to say for his company. Sure. Rick's got pins, Bernie. Bernie from Compass, Wisconsin, right there. Sometimes I'm going to say a company name, okay, guys? Whoever wants from that company, represent. DApro Properties. Pam Franzen from Diamond Residential Mortgage. Dawn Zurich from Gemstone Realty. Amy G. Is Amy here? No. I didn't see her. Somebody from Heritage Title. Andy Schmansky from Launch Realty. Jared from Metro MLS. Becky Merwin from the Rolland Agency. Rob Shade from Remax Plaza. Jim Heisler, representing Century Lock. He never says he's from Heartland because he tries to make sure he keeps it separate, but Jim is the CEO of Heartland Realtors Organization, and we're happy to have him here. And where's Crystal Southeastern Title? These people paid for your tables and made my life easy, and I appreciate you all for being at their tables. Thank you. Again, Sperino's will release you by table. Help yourselves to the buffet. Who in this room knows what these four letters stand for? RPAC. We call it RPAC. We call it RPAC. Which party does RPAC support?
The Realtor Party.
The Realtor Party. If anybody tells you that RPAC is for a specific party, have them see Doug Wheaton, Denise Schultz, Becky Merwin, or anybody else we're about to call up here. Maybe you choose to wear a certain color some days, but that does not mean that's where that money goes. It goes wherever you need it to go if you give enough. Most people in this association pay $50 automatically, and a lot of you don't even know it because you just pay what your bill says because you're busy being successful, and we appreciate that. There are other people who write a specific check for a specific amount, and some of them say, that's because I like control. That'd be me. I like control. I say where my money goes. So we don't talk politics at these events, but we do talk recognition. The following people, if you are in this room, please stand where you are, and Becky could probably use 2 helpers to jump up here because she has some gifts. We are not doing trophies by offices, by team. We are telling you the people that did what we call direct giver or major investor. If you're here, please stand up. If they're not here, just know that we have a gift for them, and Becky has volunteered to deliver them. Here I go. I'm going to take a deep breath again. Mick Balistreri, Steve Beers, Mike Kulat, Christy Vincentis. I'm going fast because we're going to keep it moving. Just stand up.
Stand up.
Just stand up. Tricia Forbeck, Gary Growley, Janice Hartley, Mike Keefe, Tom Keefe, Margaret Labus, Brad Loyce, he's at Realtor Party Training, Carl and Kevin McKillop, Becky Merwin, Pat Munch Moore, Bob Rolland, Tracy Salee, Denise Schultz, Andy Schmansky, Linda Tange, Bob Webster, and Patty Zerla. Now, there's some people in the room mad at me, so here I'm going to say, those are the Wisconsin people that are primary in Wisconsin that chose where to put their Realtor Party dollars. Doug, I need help. Tom Larson's really cool line about good laws and bad laws. I'm listening. I haven't seen Tom in too long.
That's what we do.
We stop
bad laws from getting passed, and we make sure good laws do.
Stop bad laws from getting passed. Make sure good laws do get passed. Tom Larson just rolls off. I haven't seen him lately. I just want everyone to realize that it's about property rights. Doug is our guy. Stand up, Doug. We haven't seen you in a while. Thank you. You know that guy that sends you that 15-page email and it's got all that information? That's Doug. Doug at WRA.org. That's him. I hope I made a mistake so they don't know to email you. Just watch. It's going to come sometimes a weekend, right at the end of the month. It's going to have everything you could possibly want to know that's happening in the area with a million links. So he even will answer questions and not make you go on the links if you call him. So talk to Doug. That's what happens there. Becky Merwin is here and gave out those awards because she's the chair. Are you saying anything, Mrs. Merwin? I thought she was. I felt it.
It's truly been an honor to be the RPAC chair for the Lakes Area Realtors for a number of years. And furthermore, it's truly been an honor to represent not only you, but the Wisconsin Realtors Association at the National Association of Realtors. In 2020, when COVID hit, many of our states had to shut down real estate. But here in Wisconsin, we were able to practice because we were considered essential. How did that happen? RPAC. I hope each of you will think about supporting RPAC. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thanks to our large donors. One more time, I'd like all the large donors that are here present with us to stand.
How about if they gave in Illinois first?
And the Illinois, too. We're so glad to have Illinois here. And our Wisconsin people, thank you. Thank you for making a difference with RPAC. Bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Becky. Becky, are you also an FPC? We like acronyms around here. Or what's it called? RPAC Participation Council.
Right.
That's what she represents you on. There's a lot of acronyms in this
I
business.
should be in Tennessee tonight with our
She should be at the Realtor Party in Nashville, Tennessee, but she chose us instead. Thank you, Becky. It's time for me to take a breath, check my notes, because if I ever, I'm going to say this as a blanket statement, if I ever miss someone, it's because I have a lot going on and I don't check my notes. Come and tell me, you should have recognized me because I was the first one here, and I'll say, I'm sorry, I didn't. Dawn DeMarco would like to be recognized. Dawn DeMarco came to her board of directors interview. Have you ever been to an interview that's kind of intimidating? There's a bunch of people in suits, and you're there for an interview, and they said, Dawn, why are you here today? And she said, I don't know, Denise made me. So apparently she would like recognition for that. And welcome to the board. Yes, Mr. Webster, would you like to be recognized?
We recognize the realtor in the room that has the most years as a realtor.
Do I have to guess who it is? And is his name, the first name, the same as yours?
Well, he's sitting right over there.
Would it be Mr. Rolland? Mr. Rolland is definitely here. For those of you that are guests or new, if there's one thing I can tell you with certainty about Lara, Lara is us. I know if Wade Williams was here, he'd tell me it's not that much longer to say Lakes Area Realtors Association, but it is. So we're going to call us Lara, and when you call and say, is this Lara? I say yes, so that's my name too. Yeah, I'm
Happy
Lara.
Thursday, Denise.
Happy Thursday. Somebody tell Wade we did that, okay? Bernie or Cowell, tell him he was here in person. Come on. What happens at Lara is it's very spontaneous and very family-oriented, and people stand up, and I look at them and go, no, he hasn't had a case of Jack. I'll call on him. That's okay. There's a point at which I won't call on people. Bob has been here a long time. He certainly has never asked for a spotlight in his whole life, so he wants me to say, who else are emeritus members in the room that have been 40 years and recognized as an emeritus member? Mr. Webster, and who else? Do we have any other emeritus members? Mr. Moore, what happened in 1983? I got married and you joined. That's not 40 years yet.
1983, a car hit my building at 100 miles an hour. The sheriff might remember that.
Well, I know I got married and you joined, because you're not 40 years yet, man. 38. I know these things. 38, I'll show you my computer. Never mind, moving on. We are like a family. We are like a family here. I don't like to miss anyone, but there are people right in front of me that I know are here tonight. Most of all, we're going to thank Kristen, Ani, Laura, and everybody back there. It smells good and everyone's happy. Thank you, Sperinos, for everything you've done. There were a few people, Kristen, that told me, we're not all going to fit in that little pub because they'd never been in this particular room. So please feel free to contact her. You can fit a whole bunch of people in this room and have a really good event. It's fun stuff. She wasn't sure she could staff tonight, so thank you, staff, because we all know that's really hard to get people to work today. So thank you for being here. In a minute, our County Sheriff Kurt Picknell is going to get up here, and he and his lovely wife are here tonight. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to assume Rick's going to thank his guests at some point.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Ryan Benchmer hides behind all this cool equipment, and he makes us all look really good. And within a few days on internet, social media, all kinds of channels, you're going to see yourself looking great, and that's all because of Ryan from Ideal Impressions. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan's the only person that takes a picture of me and I look good because he makes me smile, because that's how he is. So thank you so much. Jared's here from MLS. If you don't know him, you should, because he can teach you a lot of good stuff. He also sponsors things. Again, I'll tell you, Jim Heisler, best AE. I'm right after him. Thank you, Jim. Should I mention Maddie? Maddie crashed us because she saw we were having a party on Facebook. That's how she is. She is the RPAC Queen of Illinois. Thank you, Maddie. Again, if you're in this room, we thank you all, but we don't want to thank every single one of you because we'll be here really long. So thank you, everyone, for being here. I am not entirely aware of which 2021 officers and directors are here. I'm going to ask them all to stand up. Tracy Salee, President 2021. We need you to come up front, please. Rick Easlin, President-elect from 2021 is coming up. Oh, Rick, you need to get something on your way, please.
I do.
For Tracy.
All right, absolutely.
Remember? Thank you.
Yes, dear.
Julie Morse is not feeling well and she doesn't want to share it, so she can't be here tonight. Jane DeLissy is in Florida. She can't be here tonight. Jane served us virtually this whole year from Florida and served just as much or more, or more than other local members, so it did prove you don't have to be local to serve. Lori Hall, stand please. Let them see who you are. Bernie Weiss, Kathy Allen, Mike Poulet, Pat Munch. If we don't say Munch, I'm not sure he'll know it's him. Pat Moore. It's his choice. Carrie Douglas. I think that's all. Rick's going to come up here and say a few words, and we're going to thank our 2021 president. Can we just mention she did not have a banquet like this, and we're not saying the C word or the P word, why not? But she didn't get to have a banquet, but for years before that, she made sure everybody else had a really great banquet. That's just how the world works sometimes. Rick's taken over.
Thank you, dear. Well, there's a few things I wanted to say about Tracy. I've known Tracy since I got in the business 15 years ago now. And Tracy, since she's been on the board, since she probably doesn't even know, since she started, has always been about the members.
She knows.
Oh, she knows. I think she does things that, to be honest with you, she doesn't even realize when she helps an agent. I was probably well, sorry, I'm like Dick Vermeil in football. I try to talk without crying, but I love it. But I was like probably first year in the business, and I was on my second deal, and I had no confidence. I was ready to walk away from the business. I had no patience, and well, I don't still have any patience, but that's besides the point. Tracy came up to me and out of nowhere said, "Hey, Rick, you really seem to be picking up on this business pretty fast." And I looked at her with a deer in headlights, like, you have no idea. But that was the confidence I needed to really move forward and start to really take on this business. It's because of people like Tracy. That's, yeah. We do that so naturally here. I've always said we have such a unique county, this association. We are truly family, and Tracy proved that time and time again from the beginning of her career all the way until she got on the board. So, Tracy, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. From all of us, thank you.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody, but I'm not on the stage alone, obviously, and I don't want to disregard last year. Last year in 2021, when we had COVID, Krista Vincentes was the president for the entire year during COVID. It was absolutely abandonment, I think it was for all of us. And I think that he also did not get a banquet. So I would like to honor as well with this evening, Krista Vincentes. And for that matter, with every single president that has served with the Lakes Area Realtors Association, please stand. I would like to honor us all tonight. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's been a great year. Rick, congratulations, and good luck for this year to come.
What a year she had. If we said pivot one more time, I think we were going to start a swear jar. But she pivoted and pivoted and pivoted, and now she gets to relax and have a good time. I'm going to check my notes so I don't miss anything, because Rick was supposed to stay up here and he didn't, and now I have to figure out what to do. Rick, I think you were supposed to stay up here.
Right.
Rick, who was our welcoming committee this evening? Who are all those lovely young people?
Oh, YPN.
Who was our YPN? Okay, I'm going to say this because these kids, watch my fingers, I'm not offending anyone. I promise you they are the age of my kids, so I can't help it when I call them kids. And I promise you they are so wonderful that they go, she's just going to treat us like kids and we're just going to forgive her. It's okay. That's why it's going to work, that they're my retirement plan. They are all going to be up here as leaders before I retire. That is my goal. That is their goal. Tonight I said, welcome people, make them feel welcome. In the past, people have said when they come into a room, it can be a little cliquey and they don't feel welcome. Did you feel welcome by our YPNers? This is their test. Now they want me to never again call them young. When you see YPN, it means your professional network. Get to their events. explain to you, whether you're a realtor or no matter if you're a spouse, a guest here, have you ever in your life been the new person? And I'm going to ask you, how helpful is it if only new people sit at your table and come to your event? You're not going to learn a darn thing. But if the old people say, Bob, what about the old codger network? We old codgers need to learn from those young people and do our best not to call them young people or kids. I'm not going to be able to stop. But they know that that also is helpful because I want them to succeed and I want to help them so much. So they put up with me, and I am not retiring until every one of them serve as a leader. So however long that is, that's how it's going to go. I'm going to call them up here. Carrie Douglas, chair, up here. Chad Schmidt, co-chair, up here. It's going to be random after that. Justin Umela Sparza, Madeline Arbaugh, Kelsey Isham Brown. I don't know why Anna Bradshaw's not here, but they should all kick him in the butt. Oh, I'm sorry, he's sick too. There are sick people tonight, I'm sorry. I'll kick him in the butt when he feels better. These are your future leaders, and they're only going to succeed if they get a fair amount of help. But by the way, they're not toddlers, and they do know things, and we shouldn't treat them like they are, and boy, do they know a lot about tech and some other things. So we are going to have mutual respect, and part of this, I'm going to stretch it here a little bit and look around the room. Do you see a lot of people that look different than you in this room? Because I'm going to say, if you know what that term means, no, people don't look real different in Walworth County. We all look really the same. National Association of Realtors says you need to be diverse. Go find diversity, and I go, okay, how? Here's what we discovered. We're kind of old. We might all look a lot alike, but maybe our thought processes are a little too much alike. Maybe diversity isn't about what we always jump right to about diversity. There's other kinds of diversity. Everyone isn't married and has 4 sons. Oh, geez, really? Because I always talk like we all go to church on Sunday and do the same things I do, but we don't. There's lifestyles that are different, and especially there's youth. It starts with the why. They don't want me to talk about it, but they have different ideas. And you know what? They're a lot more open-minded than I am. So that is our version of diversity right there. So we're going to give them all a lapel pin, because that's what realtors wear, is lapel pins. These orange ones. And they don't know it, but I told you I brought them here for leadership. So if you'll all play along for about 5 minutes, they don't know it, but they're going to learn public speaking in front of a group. Can we play along with that? They're going to grab one of these. What I have just handed them are the names of NAR designations they've likely never heard of. NAR designations sometimes cost money and often a lot of time. You learn, Jim and I have one no one else in here can have. He helped me get mine. You guys can't get that one. But it's a lot of hours, it's a lot of tests, it's a lot of camaraderie. Jim and I send emails a lot to all of you. You know what you do? You go, I don't have time for that. So you might not even know some of the things that are available. And I thought, well, maybe that's what we have to do with these young leaders. Let's have them tell us about a couple of designations. I don't know how to get this out of here. I'm not kidding.
We can come to.
Killed it.
Kristen!
The white pins can help.
Tell us about your designation. I think it's on. It's making noise.
Can you? Okay.
Yep.
I have a paper that says C2EX, which is Commitment to Excellence, from the National Association of Realtors, which empowers realtors to elevate, enhance, and showcase their highest levels of professionalism.
Ask who
Oh,
in the room.
who in the room has this designation?
Stand if you have this designation, or raise your arm. What?
1, 2, 3. All right.
Come on, stand if you have C2EX
Stand if you have-
designation. Yikes, we're supposed to be pushing all C2EX. We're supposed to be pushing everyone to get it. Well, that wasn't great.
Okay. Oh, and this one I'm told is free. You don't even have to pay to do this
Going in
one.
and out.
It's going in and out.
Is it where we're standing?
Yeah, maybe.
We're going to learn. You can probably hold it, but it's probably too far from it.
Okay, nope. Is it still turned on? It keeps turning on.
It's red. We're gonna yell now.
Just talk loud.
I think we're dying. It's red.
C2EX is free.
That's next.
Is it working? Or-
No.
Okay.
No.
Just speak
All
loud.
right, I'll speak loud. She's coming up.
You got it.
Oh. She's coming up. Better. Yeah, no, you're good to go. ePro. For those that have that, please stand. ePro, you got ePro? ePro? Great. Stay standing. So it's a certification program that helps realtors master the advanced digital marketing techniques of today. So thank you for those that have that.
ePro.
Oh, y'all keep standing. Keep
Yeah, no,
standing.
we need those. We need those that have
Oh,
the C2X designation as well as the ePro to please remain standing. We're going to see who's got at the end.
multiple.
All right, so I've got Seniors Real Estate Specialist, SRES. The SRES designation program educates realtors on how to profitably and ethically serve the real estate needs of the fastest growing market in real estate, clients 50 plus. So if you have SRES designation, stand up or remain standing.
SRES. Thank you. You can still come to YPN events if you're over 50. Hello? No. I hear it when you hit it, Madeline. I do.
No.
Okay.
Just yell.
All right. Graduate Realtor Institute, GRI. Realtors with the GRI designation have in-depth training in legal and regulatory issues, technology, professional
Standards and the sales process. Earning the designation is a way to stand out to a prospective buyer and sellers as professionals with expertise in these areas. So again, this is Graduate, Realtor Institute, GRI. Stay standing. Stay standing. Okay.
All right, so I have accredited buyer's representative. So this is an agent who focuses working directly with buyer clients. So if you have this accreditation, please keep standing.
Right.
So that alphabet soup, for those of you who are not real, you guys can sit down, I'm sorry, we didn't tell you that. For those of you who are not part of the realtor family and your family member talks in acronyms, we do this all the time, but those are pretty impressive, and they have pins and they have all kinds of things. And the acronyms mean things, and these young people, I'm not calling them the K word anymore, they can aspire to do this one day. I'm sorry, Munch, I'm picking on you again. Did you stand up for every single one of those? Did you just stand up for every, did anybody else stand up for every single one of them? Munch, we're going to need you to come up here. We're going to need you to come up here. I have to talk about you, so come up here. These YPNers are only here because Munch, otherwise known as Pat Moore, and even the bartender back there knows you, Pat Moore. You know that guy back there? He knows you. His name's Tom Walton, and he knows you. Munch made it possible for them to do what they're doing, and he said, of course we need them to learn. Of course I want to be in charge of education and development, but don't tell anyone. Never call me up in front of a room, and don't you ever call me Realtor of the Year. Sorry, Munch, you're Realtor of the Year. Madeline and Justin will help you with that plaque right there. Munch does not like attention, but he deserves it. I'll give you a minute to think. I'm staying my distance, and I have her pick now right there. Because Munch does not like to be recognized, and he deserves it so much. I'll give you a hug. You won't hurt me. He just threatened me in front of you all. He's only willing to serve if you don't call attention to him, because it's who he is. All he wants to do is help everyone learn. During that word we're not talking about tonight, when we all got locked inside for so long, a lot of us learned new habits, some not so good. I put makeup on for the first time in 2 years today. I don't know the rest of you. Munch got all these certifications, and you know why he did it?
not for this, for us to call him up here, but so that he could help serve you as the education leader. He wanted to know, what do you have to learn? What do you need to know? Then, there's another piece of paper up here, Munch. WARA, Wisconsin Realtors Association, line-by-line videos. They walk you through the process of how to properly fill out a contract. Don't raise your hand if you've been in a deal where somebody else didn't fill out the contract, right? Not tonight, but it happens, right? This training has a WRA attorney walk you through, but you have to pay for it. And Munch said, yes. I don't want the people to pay for it. He's going to the state and he's saying, I want everybody to get this for free. In fact, I want to make them take it. I want everyone to have to take it. Munch, on his own, has that at the January WRA board meeting. And he did that himself, and he's pushed and he's not giving up, and it's the only reason he's on the board, and he might resign tomorrow. I've given him a few minutes to think in case he wants to say anything, but Munch, it's the most well-deserved award there's ever been. Woo!
Thank you.
He's going to hurt me, but it's going to be worth it. Thank you all for helping with that. We're going to have them sit. Check my notes. Thank you, YPNers. I think they played along pretty well for me completely putting them on the spot. It's going to happen again, guys. Not by me, maybe, but by someone in your career somewhere. If you're afraid to speak in public, probably don't serve with me, because I like to make sure people learn how to do that. We did Realtor of the Year. Guess what's next? We're going to install our new board of directors for 2022. Should I call him up or you? Are you ready to be a leader?
Nope, that's all you.
Not yet. He's not yet. Rick Gieslin is going to be your president. Kathy Allen, please come up. She's going to be your president-elect. That means the next year she's up here. She's learning a lot tonight. Like, wait, what? One of my favorite things about Kathy was can I say this? Is it okay? Because you look really great. She said, I don't want to like get dressed up and go to all that stuff you go to. And I said, you don't have to. You can pick. It'll be okay. She teaches our new member orientation, and they walk out of there with their brains just overwhelmed, but she teaches them a lot, and they're better off for it. Kyle Scott is an amazing person. He's your secretary-treasurer, and you know why he's not here? Because he's an amazing basketball coach, and it's December. We cannot make his team forfeit because of this event. Kyle has been Realtor of the Year. Kyle is your professional standards chair, and almost no cases go to trial because Kyle talks to people and says, why don't we be reasonable and talk this through? So he is an asset to every one of you, whether you know him or not, and let's hope who knows what Chad, what's his team? Is it Catholic Central? Am I wrong? Burlington High School? I didn't know.
Somebody's yelling.
That's Catholic Central, I think. Whatever. Tomorrow we'll all see if Kyle's team won. We're not sure. Dawn DeMarco, you get to come up twice because you were sassy earlier. Tyler Meyer. Becky Kirshner. Carrie Douglas, you're back up. Munch, sorry, you're back up. You can't resign. Bernie Weiss. Lori Hall. Mike Kulak. And the Honorable Walworth County Sheriff Kurt Picknell gets the mic. And I get out of the way.
Well, thank you. Before I get started with the oath, I'm just going to briefly talk about my connection with Rick. We used to be neighbors across the street, and that's how I got the call tonight. So when they showed up, Michelle and Rick and the kids, they showed up. For my wife Kathy and I, it was a neat experience because we were on the tail end of raising kids. They were on the beginning of it. I'm sure some of you have done that in your life as well. So getting to know them, it was great. And when we met them, I said, Rick, you need any tools in my garage? They're there for you. You know, let's just be neighbors. And it just worked out great. But then at some point down the road, my wife and I, we built and we moved. So I had to tell them, Rick, there's somebody else that we've known a lot longer that's going to be selling our house. And he understood. Connie, it was a great sale. Thank you so much. But the point is, it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than the transactions. It's the friends, it's the relationships that instill. So even though we don't live close to each other, we still stay in contact. If I go out for bike rides, I'll stop by and bike ride the kids around the block a few times. It's just a fun relationship. So it's quite an honor to swear you and the other ones in tonight.
You make that podium or that sheet wherever you want it.
Well, you tell me for the photographs how you want that. You want everybody to slide down that way? Sure. Why don't, and I'll just be here and everybody be over to the east of me.
Should we all put our leg like this? Or?
So the office, in the role you're about to assume, you will no longer be a private citizen, but a public servant representing your local association and real estate industry. You have agreed to commit your time and your efforts for the pursuit and protection of free enterprise system and the right to own, use, and enjoy real property. The commitment of your time is your greatest service. It is the art of giving, giving so that others may benefit. It will be rewarding, especially in meeting and working with others in pursuit of the same goals. I commend and thank you in advance for your service. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to uphold and support the Constitution and the bylaws of your local association, the laws of the state of Wisconsin, your community, and the Department of Safety and Professional Services in the enforcement of the license law, and most importantly, to support through your example and your actions the code of ethics of the realtors? Do you subscribe?
I do.
Lower your hand. Thank you. By the authority conferred upon me, I hereby proclaim you as duly installed as officers and directors of the Lakes Area Realtors Association. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I call him Kurt, I should say Sheriff Picknell. But we're neighbors now. We're neighbors now. Guess who sold me my house? We won't get into that. We are all family, and it is all just one big loop around here. No, I'll be honest. Michelle asked if I want to go for bike rides. I'll be honest. One time, I dropped off something at Rick and Michelle's house for work, and Kurt was riding one bike and two other bikes along the side, taking them to his kids somewhere. I'll never forget that one. Kids needed their bikes. But now, Kurt sees me in outfits none of you ever will, because he sees me walking down the road at 6 a.m. sometimes. So we're neighbors now. It's funny. I'm not sure why Rick sat down, because I think he wants to do his speech, and you guys are going to tell me not to give him the mic. You're supposed to be doing your speech now, buddy. It's your turn.
5 minutes, I timed it.
It's your
Swear.
turn.
That means
Yeah.
Don't mind if I disappear for a minute.
So, one thing that Sheriff Picknell left out. Oh,
Be nice.
man.
Be nice.
Now, the first day, I just have to share this story that when Michelle and I moved in, and Sheriff Picknell came across the street, and he says, look, yeah, if you ever need any tools, you ever want to talk to anybody, anything, you come on over. Just do me one favor. And I said, what's that? He goes, you get pulled over and have any trouble, don't be dropping my name. And I didn't, but when I'm not in trouble, I drop his name all the time, so just so you know. But thank you very much, both of you, for being here and for doing what you did. So welcome. It's nice to... When I was at National Convention, I definitely could say I talked to quite a few people, but a lot of them, AEs, CEOs, and I talked to a lot of the likewise associations. When I say likewise, 500-700 members, you know, we're probably 680. And when we got into the conversation, I asked, I said, so, you know, I mean, staff-wise, 3 to 5 people on an average. Now, I don't know if that's the average across the country, but everybody I've talked to, 3 to 5 people. And I looked at them, I said, well, we got one person, you know, she handles it all. And they kind of looked at me in a little bit of shock, and I thought to myself, I said, well, they don't have Denise Schultz. And that's really what it comes down to. And that's how Denise is. She likes it that way. She works the weekends. She's up at 4 a.m. She travels on behalf of Lara. She is truly a true leader. And I think one of her best gifts, and I can tell you this over the last 10 years, is she does and always will help build future leaders for Lakes area. So Denise. Thank you for your commitment to all the members here and to Lakes area. This association would never be the same without you. So thank you. Now I gotta get past the hard part here.
Just look at a mean, Michelle.
Yeah.
Just
If I
give
look
her a
at you,
That's not
yeah.
hard to do.
So, my wife, Michelle. I want to thank her for her continued patience, and I will emphasize patience and support. They say that, what is it? You're only half the man without the right woman. I can guarantee you right now, I'd be a quarter of the man without Michelle. Okay, that's over. All right. Very good.
He's crying.
Yeah. So these last few years, I think that we can all say that we've been faced with our fair share of challenges. I've witnessed smaller businesses go through unbelievable challenges, and somehow they made it through, and it's because of our extremely supportive communities and our local realtors. Over the last year, I feel like I've rediscovered the value of our communities, our family, our culture, and our association. Now I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to tell you why I felt the need to rediscover the value of our association. Denise and I sat down with a member earlier this year, and we said, what is the value that you get from Lakes area? What kind of value? Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. He told me.
Don't use his words, please. Not in this way.
Well, this is a member, but I want to be honest. 0%. I was not, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't upset with the member. I was upset with the fact that why would anybody feel this way about our association? So, I'm going to be honest with you, and I apologize for the language, but this truly lit a fire under my ass. And again, was not upset with him, just upset about the whole situation. So, I had to think back. 2012, I was given the opportunity to serve on the lower board, and there's 2 reasons I joined. One, I wanted experience on the other side of this business. And 2, I wanted to know what I paid for. I mean, I was that guy. Let's go back to it. How many times the famous Lara dues question comes up? What do I get for my dues? How long I have tried to dissect this, and it finally hit me this year. Lara's value to all of us. Throughout the years, I have developed numerous relationships with Lara members. And little did I know how important those relationships were going to be to me in the near future. As time went on, I realized that realtors, they do a lot more than just real estate. Many of you are involved in your communities, you volunteer, always give without expecting anything in return. You're passionate, inspiring, and you have a willingness to do whatever it takes to help anybody at any time. That is a true definition of a realtor to me. And I can guarantee you right now that is every single one of you in this room, without a doubt. Over the 15 years that I've been doing this, I've witnessed Lara members who have paved the way for all of us pass on. And some of them are our own family members, right here. Generations of Lara family members. At the end of the day, that's what we are. We're family. So my question to you is, what's Lakes area's value to you? What is it? I can tell you the value I get from my membership. It's all of you. It always has been and always will be. Every time I do a deal with one of you, you allow me to live my American dream and continue that American dream. Because let's face it, without you, there's no lakes area. Without you, we can't help our clients achieve their American dream. And that's what's being, to me, a Lara member was all about. Lara Lakes Area's value is standing side by side with some of the most professional and smartest people I have ever met in this business, and they are right here in Lakes Area, and most of you right here in this room. I am so proud to be part of this group, and I am humbled to be able to serve you as 2022 Lakes Area President. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Michelle, how do you do? Pretty sure she timed it.
We did, actually.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you all. I need to look to Laura or Kristen, whoever's back there, because I never asked this question. Bar staying open a while back there? You guys are good to go back there? Yes, the bar is staying open. I'm going to ask y'all to drive home extremely safely, but for a December meeting, I think we have pretty good roads out there. This is a good thing. If you are ever at a Lakes Area Realtors Association event, and you don't think you should get in your car, please see any single one of us, and we'll take care of that for you, okay? I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you shouldn't drive, see us. See anybody. See the bar, see an officer, see me, and I will give them my credit card, and we'll get you an Uber, or we'll give you a ride. Never worry about that. Because realtor safety is forever #1 for all of you, and I really mean it, okay? So have a great night, have a great time, and if you need a ride, take a ride. Thank you.